Hello there, and welcome to the Wandering Wolf. I'm your host, Mark Rhodes, and with me, as always, is my friend and fellow Wolves lifer, Mr. Craig Forward. How are you, mate?
I'm doing all right, buddy. It's good to see
Yeah,
you as always.
yeah, you
I'm
too.
a little bit disappointed, really, after that. We've just
Yeah,
obviously watched the Liverpool game, and I think it's an opportunity wasted, really.
yeah.
We should have got something from the game, but yeah. Uh, On to the next, I suppose. It's Liverpool, and you can't be too disheartened. But yeah, it's just frustrating night again. I think.
Yeah, it's a
What
bit
do
of
you
a
think?
somber mood actually, because
Yeah,
obviously thoughts with Rui Patricio looked a really nasty
yeah,
clash
it wasn't.
with Connor Cody, and yeah, I know the result wasn't irrelevant, but it did seem like nobody was that interested after Rui
Yeah,
got put on a stretcher. I just really hope that he's all right. Because it happened after that stupid rule that they do about the
mm,
offsides, which were obviously a lot of people are all be discussing. But I thought first off, I thought we were very good. I thought the only thing that was lacking is what we're probably lacking throughout the team, and that's that killer instinct, and that's that in front of goal. We just didn't have it, which was a shame. I thought we played some really nice football, and we were really unlucky to go in 1-0 down. And of course, it was going to be Jota, wasn't he? Of course, it was.
of course it was.
Yeah.
Of course it was. I agree, though, mate. I think we started well. It was good to see some positive play. We were
Mm.
sort of knocking it about with some intent for once. The last, well, losing count now, first halves, we come out and we try and soak it up and don't really attack. But
Yeah.
I thought we did. It was good, positive play. It was good sort of change of pace, really, to see a first half that we're actually in the game. But then obviously, right at the death, just takes it out of the takes the sting out of it, doesn't it, a bit? And
Mm.
to go in, well, I'd say still going in at half time 1-0 down is pretty good. It's where we sort of seem happiest, really. Um, but yeah, I mean, obviously, with what happened to Patricia at the end, obviously it does sort of take it away a bit. But I thought we should have got something from the game, and again, Traore again was frustrating for me. He did some really positive stuff up to a point, and then just makes the wrong decision. Silva came on, which I was pleased with again, and then he goes and just misses those couple of little chances. I mean, that header at the end, he should have done so much better with that. He came off his shoulder in the end, and you just sort of left thinking, "Oh my God, it's the same
Yeah.
frustrating things over and over." And
Yeah,
oh,
I think that's the frustrating thing is that we know that this is the problem, and I think Nuno knows that this is the problem. You could see it in
yeah,
his face. He was kind of like, "Oh, "What else can I do?" Like
yeah,
he just.
I feel sorry for him.
I do actually. Well, I do to a certain point because it's his choice to have such a threadbare squad. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
He doesn't like a big squad, and it's come back to bite us on the backside this season. It
well,
really has.
if you want to be successful and challenge on all fronts, you need more. We've
Yeah,
got zero depth whatsoever,
yeah,
and it shows. When you need to change it a bit or mix it up. There's no
yeah.
options really,
Well, you
and
look at
it's
you look at the Liverpool team in that first half. I felt like they were there for the taking. We were
mm,
first to the ball. We were using it so much better. The link-up play I thought was really good, especially with Semedo. I thought he played really well, and he's really
yeah,
starting to come into his
yeah.
own. Um,
Really liking him now, bud. Really
and
liking him now.
yeah, he's really good, really good. And Cody, I thought, played really well. He was like Tom Brady with his his quarterback passes was spot on, spot
he,
on.
he he plays better when Bolly's around for me. It's almost like it's a bit of a
Yeah,
safety net almost.
I
A bit of
agree.
confidence that I've got somebody to the side of me that,
Mm,
that knows what they're doing
yeah,
to some extent.
I can't really. I'm disappointed because I felt as though we actually deserved something out of the game. It's not like when we played Man City when we absolutely did not deserve anything from that game. We
Yeah,
really deserved at least a point today.
absolutely.
And that's why it's like a bit of a kick in the teeth, because if you, not saying that we had loads of chances, we had a stalwart penalty in the first minute. Craig Pawson, for me, had an absolute shocker tonight.
Awful game.
What on earth was he watching? Like, Thiago should have had a red card before half time. He had he was nibbling away like constantly. Like, I tell you what though, he's the type of midfielder we need. He absolutely,
100%.
I'd love him on my team, but oh God.
Horrible to play against.
Horrible to play against. But you look at that team, like, Salah was all right. Mane they were all like shadows of their former selves. And if we were ever going to beat a full strength Liverpool team, it was tonight. And it's disappointing because I don't know how many more chances we're going to get against them. Do you know what I mean?
Which we should have taken something from the game. I completely agree. And I think we played really well and we passed it round well.
I wouldn't say really well.
No, I thought it was a vast improvement on previous weeks. We looked confident on the ball for a change.
Yeah.
But it's just when you get to that final killer pass, that little ball in.
When you need him in it.
It's I mean, so a couple of times I just, Traore was there, nobody in the box, no movement, nothing round him. I know I'll get on his back a lot, but there's nothing really to aim at unless he does something on his own.
I put on social media that Jose was, in the first 20 minutes, Jose was playing some really nice balls through, and he was holding the ball. He really did, but then he just he just went. I don't know where he went. It was like we were playing with 10 men. It's like I didn't hear his name mentioned until half time. And I was weird. He's that type of player, though, isn't he? And I don't think we can have a player like that goes AWOL for that amount of time.
He's crying out for a goal, isn't he?
I know. He ain't getting one, mate, because are we going to take up that option? Like, if we're buying in...
Not for me, bud. He's, the way I look at it, he's done a job. Well,
has he?
He's done kind of an all right job. We're in a bad situation, before he came. And I think he's just come in and just, put a plaster on it.
Yeah. He's put a plaster on a gaping wound, hasn't he?
He has. Just a short-term fix, get us through. Okay, he hasn't scored, but it's what he does. We've said it before, off the ball, holds the ball up well, just brings other people in a little bit, but there's just nothing, there's no killer instinct whatsoever. And it's the same old thing time and time again. And I think we just, I'll just be glad to see the back of this season.
I know. I'll tell you what.
As high as we possibly can.
I'll tell you what, mate. Like, starting this YouTube channel, we've done it the worst possible time. Everybody that's watching, thank you so much for staying with us, because my good God, of all the seasons we could have picked, like January of this season we started, and like you just think to yourself, have we done like a voodoo spell on the team? Like, it's just it feels a bit.
Let's start against the Albion. That'll be a great game to start against. Smash them.
I'll tell you what, though. I'm not worried. I'm not. Don't. This is not me worrying. But we have got to play Fulham. And I know they're like 9 points behind us. But I know they're running out of games. And I'm not, this is not me, like, this is not pessimistic Mark going like, oh God, oh God. But I just think we really, really need to just get a win and then just put this to bed.
Well, we've got a bit of a break. We've got a bit of a break now.
We've got 3 weeks.
He's had it now till April, and we've got West Ham. So, I mean, West Ham is playing well. But I think, to be honest, I think that's probably going to be too much of an ask for us the way they're playing. But then once you get that one out of the way, I think so. I think they're flying, aren't they, West Ham? I mean, maybe this break will work in our favour, perhaps. But
I hope so.
But then I think after that we've got to start picking up some points and getting a few wins together. Surely after that.
Well, surely we can
Surely.
get 5 points in April. Like, sure, do you know? Do you know?
Oh my
I
God,
know,
please.
I know.
Don't say that.
Yeah, I know. But like, you know what frustrated me about tonight's performance? Neto's performance. It really
Okay.
did. I thought out of everybody, it, he should have stood up tonight, and he didn't. He wasn't.
Mm.
He wasn't a good enough outlet ball. He didn't give. He didn't play as well as Traore, and that.
Don't want to agree.
It's true though, mate. It's true.
It is true.
Like
It is
Traore,
true.
you know what? Like you
Do you
watch
know
the
what?
game. Traore, as bad as his final ball is, and it's abysmal. He actually gets into those positions, and when he's
And he's
got,
trying.
he is trying. He's really trying, and he's missing Raul Jimenez so much. Of all
I
the
can't take that
players,
away from him.
he's trying. He really is
He's,
trying, and
and
he
I
is
think,
trying.
and I think, oh my God, he's trying. But I think, for me, you're right, Neto, he looks despondent. Like, he looks like he's already just kind of, well, this is it now, done.
I really don't.
Not in terms of leaving. I mean, like in terms of the season.
No, he's not leaving. He's not leaving. Yeah, I think, but that's an issue for me because now let's not think that this season's over just yet. Like I know we're fine. We're 13th. We're not in the position where it's squeaky bum time or anything. But just get over the line a little bit now because we're not going to have Patricio, I don't think, for a while. And he's a massive, massive miss. And my God, I hope he's all right. I really, really do because that looks awful. That looks absolutely awful. And it just makes me think like, why on earth are we still doing that stupid offside thing?
Oh.
Just put your flag up, stop the game, because this is always going to happen. There was always going to be a proper injury going to happen after that.
It seems like they're tinkering too much with it now, on all these soft rules and offsides. I think they really need to have a serious look at it, to be honest, in the summer.
We need a reset.
And look at things like this, that you need to look at things like this tonight. And that's the reason you don't do it.
Well, that's Semedo incident. Like, do you think he didn't give the penalty because it was like in the first minute of the game? It was like I don't understand. Like what that's not. That was a penalty. Even Jamie Carragher, captain Liverpool, was like, "Well, they got away with one there." Like there was 100% a stonewall penalty that changes the whole complexion of the game. Neves, he scores the penalty, 1-0 up. Started, let's go, bosh. Their heads go down.
I genuinely think if that's in the other box, the other way around, it's a penalty.
I completely agree. I know we're a Wolves channel, but there ain't many non-Wolves fans going to disagree with that.
No. But yeah, again, you said it. I think he had a terrible game. I don't know where they keep finding these refs for us. It's unbelievable.
I know.
But yeah, like you say, that changes everything. Go a goal up.
Yeah.
Totally. It sets everything differently, doesn't it? Yeah. I mean, it just seems to be one thing after another. Poor luck.
Well, that's I was just about to say. We have had the worst luck, haven't we?
I don't really want to start moaning about it and saying
but we have.
But it really is.
We have. We've lost Pedence, Bolly, Jimenez. Johnny's only just come back from injury. Rui Patricio's just been sparked out by our captain. 2 seconds after the offside flag should have gone up in the first place. It's just feels as though all the planets are lining up to really kick us when we're down, and that's why I want us to get to 40 points this season because I'm not worried. Do you know what I mean, though? Do you know what I mean? Because Fulham, as they got a spanking
West Ham,
then Fulham,
West Ham, and then Fulham.
Yes.
If we don't get anything at West Ham,
yes, and they win,
and Fulham have had a game back as well, and they win that, they're on a roll. All of a sudden, we're getting dragged in again, aren't we?
Well, Southampton are terrible. Newcastle are terrible, and I think out of the clubs that could go down, we are not there yet. Like, I think Burnley are going to be okay because they always are. They know how to play it. Sheffield United and Albion down. It's between Fulham. If they get something against us, and we don't get anything against West Ham, like, they could suck us back into it. And this is not me trying to make this more interesting. Believe me, I'd much rather us have a really uninteresting end to the season and get our 5 points and just go back, just go. But I just don't think we can just rest on our laurels just yet. We need those points. We need to.
There's a few players, like you said, Neto. I think there's a few that are already sort of thinking, it's done and dusted. We're fine. It's whatever. Not really too bothered. But I'm not thinking we're there yet.
No, we're not
just yet. We need another couple of wins.
We really do.
It would have been nice to have those before this big break, I suppose. But
yeah,
like you said, the team's coming up. You've got to be hopeful that there's enough there. There's enough there. We can do it. Definitely.
Yes, I think my ideal scenario would be to get our win that we need to stay up and send Albion down.
Oh yes, that would be nice.
That's the dream, isn't it? Really, and just go bye.
Yeah,
and then
we've got to look forward to that game, haven't we?
And then Sam Allardyce taking off his face and reveals Wolfie mascot. It was me all along, like Scooby-Doo. And Sam Allardyce,
awesome.
It could happen. Could happen. Yeah, that's more likely than Silva scoring.
Oh dear God. Yeah.
Do you know what
I mean? What was tonight all about? He had a couple of chances again. He's so frustrating for me because obviously. We start the first couple of games. It's always like he's so frustrating. He needs to score. What's going on?
Yeah.
Floppy hair, running around. What the hell? And then all of a sudden, Josie's come in, and we're like, "Get Silva back on. He's good. He'll be all right. At least he tries." And then he goes and heads it with his shoulder. And you're like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?"
Straight at Alisson. I know. It's really frustrating, and like let's be honest here. Connor Cody probably should be our top goal scorer this season. The amount of chances he's had, which honestly, says everything you need about this season.
When he's your biggest goal threat, you're having trouble. And I think we've got to get through this by the skin of our teeth.
Yeah. I think the defence was really good tonight. Really good. I
think we played really well all over, apart from that killer pass. I thought we were really good. I thought Johnny had a great game.
Yeah.
As he often does.
Mm-hmm.
Semedo played really well.
Yeah.
I think he's really growing on me, to be honest. The last couple of games, when he's on, he's really good.
Yeah. I thought Matinho and Neves were all right. They weren't world beating, but they did a job. And I thought that we more than matched Liverpool. I know that this is not the Liverpool of last season. This is like a watered down, beyond belief version of Liverpool. Like watching them tonight, and then watching them last season when they came to Molineux. My God,
different world.
It was a different world. And even with Jota in the team, I didn't think Jota played particularly well. I thought the defence, I am going to say it, Patricio should have saved the shot. He really should.
Yeah, it was a soft goal.
It was soft, but
that's what Jota does.
I know.
That's what Jota does.
That's what Jota did for us. Yeah, absolutely. He just does it, doesn't he? And that's what we think Neto is doing for us. But against Liverpool tonight, I didn't feel that Neto got into those positions, if you know what I mean. He
didn't offer us anything to do.
He was defended really well. And you've got to give Liverpool some credit, but that they've played a lot better away from home than they have at Anfield this season. Onwards and upwards, mate. It is.
It's a shame.
It's a shame.
Yeah, I feel the same as you, mate. I know, like it's deflated. You know, we definitely should have had something tonight.
Yeah,
We should definitely have taken a point, and we haven't. And
yeah,
it's just all the things that have been sort of against us over the last couple of weeks, months, was apparent again tonight. And
yeah.
every time, you know, Mr. Optimistic, we're going to win, we're going to do this, and then the same things are just present.
But we should have won. That's the thing. Like your optimism is not misplaced in the fact that we definitely should have got something from that game.
Absolutely.
So,
but it's one of them. Like I say, onwards and upwards, mate. We'll you know, we've got a nice break now. Pray for no injuries during the break.
yeah,
Come back.
absolutely.
We'll be firing all cylinders.
That's the spirit.
That's what
the
we need.
spirit.
That's what we need.
And going forward, obviously, we haven't got any games to talk about, but we have got some guests coming on this week.
Absolutely.
We're talking to Alex Lowe, who plays Clinton Baptiste in Phoenix Nights. Yeah, all right.
That's going to be awesome.
I'm getting the name John. Have we got a John? I'm really, really, really looking forward to talking to him because a big Wolves fan. And also we've got David Kelly on Wolf that we're talking to him on Thursday. So we've got loads of stuff happening. Obviously, we've got a break from the games, which I think we all need.
It might do us all good.
It really will. Let's just reset. Fingers crossed that Rui is all right. Sending like best wishes and hopefully for the foundation as well, the Feed Our Pack campaign. Fingers crossed that they did well with the virtual tickets because that was the game tonight. It was on their shirts. So yeah, hopefully we can go forward. Next game's West Ham at home, but we'll have some more content for you when we do these interviews and stuff, and I hope you like it. So, you got anything to add, mate, other than...
I don't think I have, mate, to be honest. It's just one of them, isn't it? You know?
Yeah.
Just feels a bit, you know, a bit of a kick in the stomach, really. But, you know, like you say, I think the break is going to do everyone the world of good.
Yeah.
And we'll come back revived, have a big April, lots of games, and get those all important points on the board. And we'll be all right, mate. Don't you?
Good lad. It was shoulda, woulda, coulda tonight, but it'll be all right in April.
It will.
Fingers crossed. All right. You've been watching Wandering Wolf.